da boste videli, kak razgled imam. Elči, a se bo zdaj mene usedla? Sedi se, tukaj gor se sedi. Okay, so I'm gonna make a video. Okay, about an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago, I had the sign, food please. Because Državna banka Slovenije was so malomarni, da mi niso pina z debetno kartico dali v kuverto in smo zdaj že 10 dni brez hrane in moram dobesedno fehtati moram za denar, za hrano, karkoli. Če jaz dobim, tamale 2 dobita. Jaz sem pa skušala sigurno za 5 kil. Skratka, potem jaz vidim, tamale 2 na travi ležita v senci, tam nekje en fant je z ramenijo, jo boža, vse lepo in prav, tamali sem še dala neko zadevo, da liže. Eli, počakaj, da naredim. Eli, prostor in mir. Tako da je bilo vse v redu. Potem pa vidim eno mlado punco, ker vedno so mlade punce, ki stoji pred njima, 3 metre pred njima in ima telefon v njiju usmerjen. In jaz grem proti njej, pa bom sam pokazala, pa sem imela tale zvezek, ko je ni kakav, ko je kole. No? In sem s temle delom, sam še pokažem, s temle delom, ne s temle, ker s temlem sem držala, ker se lažje drži. In s temle delom sem jo takole po telefonu udarila, zato da bi odmaknila telefon od Filipa in Ele. Jaz sem pa v tistem trenutku videla, ko je from the shot, when she was shotting them, she switched to talking to somebody, her friend. And she kept that on the screen. And then she started making, like, she didn't even say anything. And the guy was standing next to us and two of his kids. And I said, he says, why did you do that? I said, she's taking pictures of my dogs. Nobody's going to take pictures of my dogs because it's happening all the time. And then he kind of calmed her down and she said she's going to call the police. And he says, no, this is not worth calling the police. She didn't do anything. She didn't hurt you. She didn't, blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden, from the busy road, this woman appears like an alien and says something to the guy. All of a sudden, guy's like, yeah, we're going to call the police. Yeah, you guilty. Yeah, you bad woman, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what the fluff just happened? Okay? Whispering campaign just happened. So now he's accusing me of abusing her. She starts crying. Seriously, as if I kot da sem jo prebutala, kot da sem jo, I don't know what did to her. Okay. So this yelling goes on for like, I don't know, for a while. And I thought to myself, you know what? Yesterday I had a guy taking my pictures and the police was present and the police stuck with him and then I took a picture of him. I had to delete my picture, but I didn't see him deleting pictures of my dogs and me, somebody taking a video of me, etc. Okay, so that's how discriminatory and fucked up police is. So yeah, yesterday. So I'm very aware that people are taking pictures of my dogs. And the police are being total cunts, to be really polite. So I packed up my bag, the dogs, and I left. She wasn't hurt. She was playing, okay? She was playing. It's all a setup. They do it on purpose because they know I'm gonna react with physical reaction. And then they pretend I pushed them from the mountaintop. So, so I left. And we went through roads and streets, and I went to a pharmacy, and I realized I didn't have my phone with me, so that was a bit of a bugger. And I was trying to get into my that's a bugger. Somebody, and I suspect police again. Let me just make this clear. It's not police in uniform. Oni su drkači. You know, behind the screen police. The real nasty, sadistic, satanic psychopaths. They block my email. Because I wanted to get to my email from the computer in a pharmacy, and I couldn't. And I will try again, and I couldn't. Which basically means if I lose my phone, I'm without everything. And that has happened about 4 times now, that I've lost everything. All communication with people, everything that proves that I'm reasonable, nice, cool person, and I had friends, and I'm normal basically. That's all disappeared, and police are doing that. You know, behind the curtain police, not the Ratsmani uniforms. So. Gosh, what I was trying to say. Yeah, so I couldn't access, we couldn't access the internet. Police again. And I'm beginning to realize the Spanish are really nice people. Because when I left the pharmacy, I also, that's why I forgot to mention, I was so upset to being accused of abusing somebody, okay? I don't think I may touched her finger with this, touched, but not to the point of tears. You are teary when you have pain 8. And I have pain 8 when I have a horrible migraine. And even then, because I got so used to having migraines, I don't even cry then anymore. You have a pain when you at least have pain 8. Okay, and if I hit her that hard, she would have been on the floor. She was standing perfectly. She didn't even lose balance. Okay, so because I was so upset, I told the narrative to the pharmacist. And I demonstrated, I made her hold something, and I did this to her hand, and I said, now you tell me, did that hurt? And she started laughing. And she started laughing. And I also told her that the guy was really up for, no, calm down, it was nothing, I saw everything, leave police out of it, it's not worth it, blah, blah, blah. And then the woman came from across the street. Suddenly, just like that, he broke the record, and he started shouting at me. And she was like, and I said to her, do you know what that means? She says, what? I said, that's a whispering campaign. And then she did that. She did, yes. And I nodded again and I repeated, that's a whispering campaign. And she agreed. So, in all that, she kindly lent me her glasses so I could see on a screen. And I forgot to give it back to her. And I forgot which pharmacy it was, because we went through streets and I wasn't looking. I didn't have my phone to see where we were. So I have no flipping idea. I don't even know the name of the pharmacy. Nada. Absolutely. She told me her name. Viola. So basically, I know police are gonna watch this. So basically, police, if you know which pharmacy, let me know so I can return the glasses. Because because they're probably the only glasses she has. And also, on her way out, they had like little shakes, drinks with vitamins and stuff. And I stopped at that bowl full of, those drinks. And I lifted one up, pointing to her, and I said, ¿cuánto? How much? And she says, and I'm like, come on, how much? And she says, take it. And I actually thought she was joking. I'm so used to setups. Just for a second, I thought. She says, no, take it. And then she made an explanation. And the explanation made sense. And because that made sense, I took it and I drank it. And it wasn't poisoned. And she was behaving normally. She was normal. She said hi. There was nothing I would say that would be out of context, the way she behaved. Nothing. Whereas other pharmacies, when our ways are expected, I know they're playing. So just for you to say. Every day they figured that they set up, they do it on purpose. They make sure that they make sure that I see that their phones are directed at my dogs. So I would physically react. So I would appear aggressive. Because I've been experiencing this for 9 years. 9 years. Okay? If somebody is hitting you 9 years, you change your behavior to aggressive. So I became very protective towards my dogs. very protective. Mama bear, shush, go away. Otherwise, I will make a mark on your face. But I'm never aggressive to the point that, like, I would hit somebody or, like, no, I just let them know, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with my dogs. Oh, I forgot. I used to carry syringe, and I used to fill it with my urine. And every time I show the syringe to them, I recognize them straight away. They would move away. If somebody who's innocent or he is not them, when they see a syringe, they don't make anything of it. They just look at the syringe and think, what the heck? And they stand there minding their own business. But they move away because they know what's in it. How they know what's in it? Because I'm under surveillance 24/7. Let me give you an example. We were in, was it Germany or was it Milano? I think it was Milano. Beautiful, beautiful dog park. And just outside dog park, there was this guy sitting that I instantly recognized it was him. But he had his back turned towards me. So I had a little cup. I wanted to make a and don't tell me it's a coincidence. So I had a skirt on, so I put a cup, long skirt. So I put a cup under my skirt. I know that sounds crazy, but you become a little crazy when you leave outside because you know that people who live in flats and houses, the society shaped them to the point that if they do something, it's already outrageous. You can't do that. So I pee in that cup, filled in the syringe, and obviously I was watched by somebody because when I started to approach the bench the guy was sitting on, and he got up and he left. And that hasn't happened the first time. It was once. It was on a train. This woman was standing opposite me. I took the syringe out with the yellow thingy. She had her phone. She took her phone out. I knew she was going to start filming my dogs. I just took a syringe out. The minute she saw the syringe, she put the phone down and she moved to another seat. That's not a coincidence. Numerous times that happened. Numerous times. So any psychiatrist is trying to convince me that that's a pure coincidence, like 15 times or 20 times that happened. That's pure coincidence. That's bullshit, okay? They lie. Psychiatrists are called, why are psychiatrists called? There's a special word that they have, psychiatrists. They try to, shrinks. They try to shrink your brain. They try to shrink your thinking. They try to make you stupid. That's what they're there for. So you wouldn't know what's going on in reality. They're not there to cure you. They are there to take the money from pharma mafia, to put it in their pocket, so stuff you with as many times as possible, regardless whether you put on 20, 30, 40 kilos. They don't fucking care. They don't give a shit. They laugh when they have meetings. When they have meetings, they laugh. I was also told by one of the technicians, when we were on a really good basis, conversationally, and I said to him, I'm not going to mention his name, I said, look, tell me honestly, you know the tailing, the surveillance is happening. You know the monitoring people is happening. He says, of course. I said, that's all I wanted to hear. I won't tell anybody. That's all I wanted to hear. And I know he was honest. He had a very honest face on. One of the rare moments that I can enjoy. He had a very honest. So he knows about targeted individuals. He knows all about that. But they treat it as a schizophrenia. Hasta luego. Pharmaceutica from the pharmacia, your glasses, you will get them back. I promise you. I just need to find you. I have no idea. I just went with the dogs. We just went. So I'm gonna sneeze now. That means I'm gonna do it. But please find me. You have my email address. She has my email address, so she can write to me. I hope she's that smart. So I'll return the glasses to her. But that girl, pure setup. Undercover police gets that. General police gets that. Waruch slovenski waruch za człowiekowe prawice. Defensor del Pueblo gets that. Who else? I send these videos to multiple people, and the police stole my debit card and my diary, where I had all the detailed information, how they did it, what they did, coordinated harassment with other shops, everything, stealing my receipts so they will make me a thief. They tried to make me a scammer because I have Philip and Ella's dog assistance cards. They tried to do that as well now. They tried to make me as bad person as they come. Pope was bad. Pope was the head of Vatican. Who's that head of Vatican? Pedophilia. Who's Vatican? Pedophilia. Nobody touches them because they're too powerful. Because you get the next day. If I get murdered, you know why? I'm not afraid, because I know I'll go to heaven. I'll see Jesus, my true Father. I'll just miss those two. Ow, ow, ow. You. I'll just miss those two. Okay, I'm not afraid. I'm the truth person. I'm all for the truth. Hasta luego.